This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist, a platform curated to build models of excellence for the marketplace and the nation.
Welcome to Performance Insights with Dr. Abiola Salami. This show is designed to build models of excellence in the marketplace. So whether you're a man or a woman, old or young, professional or entrepreneur, or you're in the public sector or private sector, in the military or paramilitary, or you are even a politician, I believe you can be a model of excellence on your team, in your organization, in your industry, and in your community. As a model of excellence, you're expected to go above and beyond the call of duty every time to make positive contribution to your organization and community by constantly improving your skills, gaining relevant knowledge, and shaping your attitude. In this season of Performance Insights, we'll be exposing you to an opportunity. That opportunity is the Peak Performer Festival, delivered by the Peak Performer Africa, a Pan-African media and leadership performance strategy platform focused on equipping leaders with the tools, networks, mindset, access, and visibility required for transformational change across the continent. The Peak Performer Africa is committed to driving a culture of excellence on the continent of Africa. Now, in case you are wondering, what is the Peak Performer Festival? Let me tell you what it is. The Peak Performer Festival is a multicultural, multi-generational, and multi-industry platform where active players in the public and private sectors converge annually to do three things. One, they share and obtain insights to achieve greater results in their vocation. Two, they connect with other active players to unlock opportunities. And three, they showcase their products and services to gain visibility and market access. The next edition of the Peak Performer Festival is coming up on the 17th and 18th of November 2025, and it presents your organization with 4 golden opportunities. 1, it's a cost-effective way to equip your young staff to blend artificial intelligence with emotional resilience skills that will help them to drive productivity and performance so your business reduces costly turnover and accelerates results. It is a value-optimized strategy to build the capacity of the women in your organization to blend artificial intelligence insights with emotional courage that will unlock innovation so your organization unleashes untapped creativity and market growth. It is a strategically efficient way to engage your senior leaders and the decision makers in your organization to discover how to turn AI-powered decision-making into growth and confront the hidden emotional cost of leadership so they can drive financially disciplined growth that delivers respect in the boardroom and resilience beyond it. And finally, TPP Festival 2025 is a capital-smart way to earn your brand visibility, trust, and unmatched stakeholder goodwill so that you strengthen loyalty, you attract investment, and expand your market influence as we recognize organizations that are blending artificial intelligence with human intelligence to set the standard for performance across Africa. Now, don't take my word for it. You can visit www.tppafrica.com/fest to learn more. And when we come back from the break, we will give you a front row access into the last edition of the Peak Performer Festival so you can see the quality of conversations, the audience, and brands that we serve.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Empowering people, shaping leaders, sustaining legacy. This is what you get at the Peak Performer Festival 2025.
The power of 4 world-class experiences in 1.
At the Emerging Leaders Summit, the young people in your organization will be equipped with productivity and resilience skills that drives performance so your business reduces costly turnover and accelerates results.
At the Woman of the Year Summit, the women in your organization will be equipped to unlock boldness that fuels innovation so your organization unleashes untapped creativity and market growth.
At the CEO Forum, the decision makers and senior leaders in your organization will confront the hidden emotional cost of leadership, and they will return sharper, stronger, and more strategic so decisions translate into sustainable profitability and operational excellence.
And at the Peak Performer awards, your brand earns visibility, trust, and unmatched stakeholder goodwill, so you strengthen loyalty, attract investment, and retain influence.
Every business wants profitability. Every brand seeks loyalty. Every organization needs efficiency, but only the peak performers will make it happen. This is not just an event. It is your 4-in-1 advantage to revenue growth, operational efficiency, and stakeholder retention.
So, if you are a decision maker in your organization, the choice is clear. The Peak Performer Festival is a high-impact and cost-effective strategy to invest in your people, sustain your legacy, perform beyond limits, protect your stakeholders, and multiply your growth.
Enroll your staff, expose your brand, secure your sponsorship, and lead the future at the Peak Performer Festival 2025.
You can send us a mail on team@tppafrica.com or call us on 0909-123-4567 or visit www.tppafrica.com for more information.
The Peak Performer Festival is an initiative of CHAMP Global Leadership Consultancy, a world-class organization driving a culture of peak performance across the globe.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
In CHAMP Global Leadership Consulting, we believe young leaders who master emotional intelligence can better manage stress, bounce back from failure, and turn uncertainty into innovation while sustaining strong networks inside and outside the organization. Which is why, as a CEO, it's important that you equip your workforce with these skills so that your organization is not just reducing burnout and attrition, but you are cultivating agile and emotionally grounded talent capable of building enduring partnerships, seizing new opportunities, and driving long-term growth in an unpredictable marketplace. So for us, at the Peak Performer Festival 2024, organized by CHAMP Global Leadership Consulting, we brought together a panel of young CEOs who are mostly honorees on the Peak Performer Africa platform. They are Adedayo Amzat, the founder and group managing director of Zedcrest Group, Dr. Azeez Amida, who was CEO of Pan-African Towers at the time, Dr. Prisca Ndu, the executive vice chairman of INDECO and Samson Olatunde, the chief executive officer of Knowledge Digest Africa. These CEOs came together to engage the young professionals and entrepreneurs at the Emerging Leaders Summit segment of the Peak Performer Festival 2024. These young CEOs discussed the topic, developing emotional resilience in the face of entrepreneurial challenges, because resilience is no longer optional in today's volatile business climate. It is a performance multiplier. So sit tight and obtain techniques for managing stress, managing failure, disappointment, uncertainties, and how emotional intelligence can help you as a young person or help the young people in your organization to build stronger business ties within and outside their organization.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
So the conversation we're having today is on the money. Why cultivate emotional intelligence? Dealing with disappointment, dealing with uncertainties, and the light must be up, and the show must go on, and at the particular date in the particular month, salaries must drop. So tell us, your perspective, emotional intelligence, resilience, running your business, the uncertainties, all the issues and all the things that comes with the office, as well, and still keeping your head up and ensuring that the business is sustainable.
Ultimately, the entire concept of emotional intelligence, let's even pick it from there, is recognizing that the work you need to do as a leader, you have to do it through people. And people, unfortunately, I use the word very strongly, unfortunately, are not robots and they're not computer programs that can just press two buttons and just put an if statement, the results will come out. So trying to balance your objectives, which are very numbers-based, like computer codes, with a reliance on flawed systems. Human beings are flawed systems. We are human beings with our fears, our happiness, our wants, our needs. having to balance trying to achieve such a very quantitative result while depending on qualitative resources. It's the entire concept of knowing how to balance your emotional reactiveness with the results you want to. The reality is sometimes different, is that you are a human being. So, and there's this assumption that because you're a leader or you're a CEO, you've magically turned superhuman. You are human, start from there. You're on a journey to improve, and it can take 10 years to become that leader. Sometimes what makes you a good leader is also not being like the next guy that is very mature, very demure. Steve Jobs was never demure. Elon Musk is not demure, but they're still effective leaders, right? So it's recognizing that it's not a flaw sometimes. Ultimately, I deal with these stresses sometimes is accepting that it's all in the moment. Business problems, they're all in the moment. I pick a point of time further down the line. Today is October 2 or 3? 2, 2024. I'll say to myself that there's a date in the future called October 2, 2027. And what I'm dealing with now will no longer matter. So it allows me to be a lot more capable of dealing with those stressors because they are truly always a lot. I think that's a fair assessment.
Very well. Very well said. Very well said.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
At the Made for More Accelerator program, we will equip you to win the room, to inspire your team, and build a legacy. It is time to grow into the leader your vision deserves. If you are ready to grow into that leader you know you're meant to be, you can visit www.abiolachamp.com/madeformore. Contact us on 070-266-68008 or hello@abiolachamp.com to reserve your seat. Made for More, cohort 5 15th to 17th October, 2025. Made for More cohort 6, 16th, 18th February, 2026. Made for More cohort 7, May 18th, 20th, 2026. Made for More cohort 8, August 10th to 12th, 2026. Made for More cohort 9, November 16th to 18th, 2026. Made for More Accelerator program, creating the future today.
So, Dio talked about how he manages the stress, the importance of empathy, and one of the things I hear him say that he did not mention in particular, he only talked about himself and the team. He had other stakeholders as well that he's answerable to, in as much as he's sitting on the top of the organization and is the founder, of the organization. But there's a slight difference in the structure, for yours. Does this play the same way in terms of managing stress, in terms of empathy, and what are those things in your experience? You can even backdate a little bit to, the Eastern African, experience, you leading there, leading here, across board, emotional intelligence, stress management, resilience. How does it play out?
So yeah, I think I remember back then when I worked with about 10 CEOs back then, and I always, I go into, every time I leave the office, I'm always like, they're horrible, they're just annoying, they're idiots, they're this. You said that? Oh my God, there's nothing I didn't say. I was always very upset because this guy can call me 2 a.m. and just say, hey, we need this by 7 a.m. tomorrow. I'm like, okay, what can I do? So, but one day they woke me up and said, okay, you know what? You're going to be CEO of a business in Rwanda. I remember touching down in Rwanda and I felt like, yes, I'm this very energetic guy. In my own head, I wrote an apology to all the CEOs and said, okay, you know what? I am very sorry. If I ever offended you, please forgive me. We are all idiots now. So let's... I think the key factor for me is that I've always just understood that I am not the smartest man in the room. And I always say this thing, that if they gave all of us the same business to run, you won't be the one running the best one. So there are ideas in the room. There are people in the room that could always... And the first one is boldness. You need to be... I think you really need to be out of your mind to be able to grow a company that people think is going to go bankrupt. Number 2, you just need to learn to know that you are working towards your retirement every day. You're just working yourself out of the business. Because the more you grow on that job, the less stress you get, but the more stress you get in your less stress. I don't think that makes sense. It's like you're trying to take your hands away, but then you're getting way busier by not putting your hand into anything anymore. Because now, the biggest problem comes, people. You now need to, when you're a superstar, right? Your worst nightmare is having to sit like this and watch other people do the job. If you could do it in 2 minutes and somebody is going to do it in 10 minutes, you have to watch. You need to, let's do. So for me, it's just been a case of, letting other people, take the lead sometimes as much as possible. Worry only about key problems that you can worry about. So yeah, it's always going to be a situation of stress. I don't think there's anyone that has that title that is getting out of stress anytime soon. It's like your own culture going forward, more or less.
Very well said. Very well said. Very well said.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
So in your work, infrastructure, oil and gas, all of this, how does emotional intelligence come to play in negotiations? You shared one intimidating picture with me, some days ago. I will not say anything, but it's okay. You were supposed to be somewhere. You tried to explain to me, but it's okay. In that kind of room, in that high-powered room, how does emotional intelligence come to play in negotiations, in conflict management, in ensuring that even when egos are all hitting each other, now all of us go school, and it's not just small school, it's all of us that went to Ivy League, and then some of us, we have some things more than some people, and then you find people moving away from the core of the business and the core of the issue, core of what's generating revenue or improving operational efficiency, and now it is egos that are, jamming each other. How does emotional intelligence come into play? How have you navigated that over the years?
I'm going to share a secret to all our young leaders here. The best platform to grow in your career is the platform of service. Service is the greatest way to bring recognition to yourself and to show what you're capable of giving as a person. You know the way they say that the head is visible to everybody, but the head can do nothing without the body. Try moving your head without your body. So when you see yourself as the support that your leader needs, and you begin to play that supportive role in ensuring that your leader is effective in whatever they are doing, then you become a required resource that he can do without. When he thinks of that person who he needs to thrive, he thinks of you. And wherever he goes, he takes you with him. And what he's doing is that he's giving you visibility, he's giving you access, he's giving you opportunities that you may not be able to get on your own if you go looking for them. So when you see service as a platform for you to grow, then you will not grudgingly serve your leaders. You would serve them knowing that your career, your growth is tied to their growth, because they have to move forward for you to move forward. As they move, they drag you with them. And that's the biggest problem we have with this Generation Z, or Gen Z as we call ourselves, those of us who are Gen Zs at heart. Service is a very big challenge for them. We grew up knowing that we need to be courteous. We're taught to be courteous, and all that. But the generation we're dealing with now are very opinionated. They want their opinions heard. They have this attitude of, they're so impatient. They believe they know it all. If you don't learn how to serve, you cannot go far in your career. Like I tell my teammates, there's nobody useless in a team. Nobody. And when you understand that everybody in the team has a role they play, you try to play to everybody's strength, try to carry them along to ensure that if I am good in analytics, then there's an assignment that helps me hone my skill. If all of us bring our strengths to the table, then we'll be a fantastic team.
Great.
But when you keep giving one particular person an assignment and you leave other people, because you feel that you've challenged them in the past and they haven't been able to rise up to the occasion. It's not everybody that is gifted with public speaking. It's not everybody that is gifted with analytical, with numbers. But guess what? There's one person who knows everybody, who can open doors to you that you didn't even know you had access to. That person, probably from his background or from where he grew up, knew all these people. He will bring that to bear in the team. So the team is as good as a collective of everybody's strengths. So never overlook anybody in a team. And you should understand that when you work as a team also, it means that you will, as a leader, you will be effective. Because you can go on holiday and not worry that your job will suffer. Because somebody will always be there to cover the slack.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Samson Olatunde, Knowledge Africa, a lot of amazing work you've done over time, serving young people, serving CEOs, running business, emotional intelligence, media, all of this. How does all of this come into play in building emotional resilience for you?
I think the word CEO to me means Chief Errand Officer. And that gives me a proper mindset or a mandate that I'm supposed to serve other people. So I don't expect much, but I make sure I deliver value. With that, it means that I have a team with different strengths and weaknesses. When I see you over-promising me, I put an eye on you, but I won't go by what you say. I'll go by the result I see. And with that, I don't get overexcited about anyone. I treat everyone the same way, but I try to make sure that I get value because, again, in the marketplace and the people I'm serving, they want the value and they want it in an excellent quality. Many of us feel that we can do everything or we are the best in the space of where we have our team. It's a no-no, right? The reality of what I've seen is that there are some people in your team that may not carry that title, but they are critical in giving you the value that you want to give to that client. And that's where the part of you listening more comes in place. I listen to everyone, but I create a balance to make sure that even though what you are saying, maybe out of 5 people in my team, 2 people are not saying what is relatable to what we are talking about, that doesn't mean that I will make you feel lesser than who you are. Just that maybe you don't understand that concept at that point. But if you come back to a meeting, you can give me the value. So there's a part of you putting your mandate or vision in place to re-echo it again and again. There's a part of you putting a structure in place. There's a part of you understanding that you are just one person. You have one life. So there's a need for you to put people in your weaknesses and stay in your area of strength to be able to deliver the value. And you can't be there every time. So that structure gives you that value that your client wants.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Everywhere you look, you'll see exceptional Africans, innovators, leaders, legacy founders, and everyday heroes driving progress and shaping our continent's story. At the Peak Performer Awards 2025, we honor these trailblazers, and this is your chance to put their names in lights. Whose impact deserves recognition? Nominate them today, whether it's a dynamic entrepreneur, a public servant with integrity, a young visionary changing the game, a woman in leadership, or a legacy founder with decades of visionary contributions in their space. Visit www.tppafrica.com/awards to submit your nominations. Let's celebrate excellence, amplify impact, and build the Africa we all believe in. The Peak Performer Awards is where champions are honored and legacies are celebrated. Be part of it. Nominate today.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
What we need, people, to drive a culture of peak performance is authenticity. It is important, yes, that you use social media to project yourself, you project your career, but what you want to project is authenticity. You don't want to project pseudo, you don't want to project fake, because there will be moments of truth when the wind will blow. And when the wind blows,
No, don't think about that thing you're thinking of. No. Don't think about that's what you're thinking of. When the storm comes, the one who is authentic, who has taken time to develop his or her skill, knowledge, and attitude, the storm you stand firm. The only reason that you will not stand is if you are not authentic.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
This January, the clock will reset, and so must you. This is not the year for playing small, not the year for waiting, not the year for excuses. It's the year to show up, level up, and take your place. Welcome to the Kickoff Summit and Concert 2026 with Dr. Abiola Salami, where high performers come to realign, where creatives come to reawaken, where leaders come to remember who they really are. It's not just a summit, it's your strategy for the year. It's not just a concert, it's your soul on fire. Business, leadership, innovation, mindset. It all begins here. In one unforgettable day of clarity, culture, and conviction. In 2026, you can't lead anywhere if you can't lead yourself first. This is your moment. This is your launch. This is your kickoff for 2026. Brace yourself. Kickoff Summit and Concert, Saturday, 17th of January, 2026. Visit www.kickoffsummit.com for more information.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Welcome back. That was powerful. We will step up the conversation this year at the Emerging Leaders Summit during the Peak Performer Festival 2025, where we'll be looking at the theme GREET, how young professionals and entrepreneurs can blend artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence to accelerate productivity and performance. Through our GREET philosophy, which is grow, rise, innovate, and thrive against all odds, participants will gain the mindset, the tools, and coaching needed to unlock bold leadership, accelerate performance, and future-proof their careers and enterprises. Now, what makes this different is that one, it's selective access because attendance is by corporate enrollment to ensure that we only have high potential young leaders in the room. Two is that this is strategic coaching. It's not motivation. Every session is anchored on executive coaching frameworks, not hype. It provides practical tools to delegate that they can start applying immediately. And also, we'll be integrating delegates into the GREET platform because the delegates will be automatically onboarded into the ecosystem for a 90-day growth sprint, mentorship, and continuous coaching. And of course, it's really remarkably different because of your return on investment as an organization. Because organizations that enroll delegates secure a future-ready talent pipeline, reducing leadership gaps and enhancing retention. And it is an immersive peer-to-peer learning because delegates will join strategy circles, coaching labs, where they learn directly from coaches, industry leaders, and peers, building networks of influence that last beyond the summit. You can't afford not to fully maximize the immense value that the Peak Performer Festival will bring to your business in terms of organizational-wide capacity development, branding and exhibition benefits, speaking slots, media visibility, and award night recognition. So, reach out to us now to enroll your staff, to expose your brand, and to secure your sponsorship and lead the future at the Peak Performer Festival 2025. You can send us a mail on team@tppafrica.com or call us on 090-9123-4567 or visit www.tppafrica.com/fest for more information. If you are a decision maker in your organization, the choice is clear. The Peak Performer Festival is a high impact and cost-effective strategy to invest in your people, to sustain your legacy, to perform beyond limits, to protect your stakeholders, and multiply your growth. Until the next time, always remember, I believe in you, I love you, and I look forward to receiving you and your team members at the Peak Performer Festival. Until the next time, keep rocking your world like a champion.
Thank you for joining Performance Insights with Dr. Abiola Salami, a platform curated to build models of excellence for the marketplace and the nation. To watch the full video on today's topic, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and also watch more videos to boost your performance. Just type Dr. Abiola Salami on YouTube. Also, follow us at Abiola CHAMP on all social media platforms and Dr. Abiola Salami on LinkedIn. The magic of emotional intelligence is available as a virtual course. Visit www.tppafrica.com/academy to sign up. You can book Dr. Abiola Salami to facilitate at your next board meeting, management retreat, or monthly performance review. Simply call 0702-666-8008 or email us on hello@abiolachamp.com.
Join me same time next week as we explore more lessons from my book, The Magic of Emotional Intelligence.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.